Okay. Give me a moment here. I need to pull my head out of places it doesn't need to be, or something like that. Dum 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 dum. Yep. Brain has left the building. Or something like that. Oh, sure, you would do that. Doggone it. But I don't know where it is. Oh. Yes, I'm here. Give me a minute. I'm working on putting a proper thumb up for the video. Sorry. Actually, I rephrase that to a relevant thumb up for the video. Okay, let's see if it'll take that one. Much better. Okay, moving on. So today is building more power. There is our current power generation. This is multiplayer with a friend. And now I need to run back to main spaghetti base and see if I can get a little more operations going without blowing fuses. We found our power foundry last night. And we would have been completely blacked out had I not been using priority power boxes. See if I can get a little more up and running before I go up north and start Well, I've given up trying to pre-plan it and build with any sanity, so we'll just go up there and start building, see what happens. Now, let's see. Welcome to Spaghetti Base. And believe it or not, this is where 90% of our operations are. So here's our latest advanced stuff, which is currently powered off, or I think it is. Looks like the machines have power, but I think they are shut off. Let's see what she did last night. This one's on. Okay, those are turned off. Why is that one? Oh yeah, hi coffee. And this is where you guys are building. So there's the cave that you guys had fun with. And I think we are competing with you guys. There's our hub over there. If you can see it between, it's between that sign and this building is our hub. In my defense, I had little to do with this. The semi-organized building there and this building here, these are my work. This is my friend's work. She seems to be pretty good with the spaghetti. But this over here is what I need to work with. I need to power up a couple of these buildings and hope they don't overpower everything else. I need to have... which one do I need to have running? Don't care about that one. I think it's this one I need to have running. Nope, I need to... Which one do I need to have running? Where's things made? I didn't put this together, she did. Let's see... I need one particular building running, that one. That one needs, what are we missing? And is it, it is turned on. We've got the oscillators, the crystals, the gas. We need the alclad. And I'm gonna guess, let's see if we have any in here. Oh, good. We'll grab some of that, throw it in here. No. Doggone it. Good morning, Moose. Now, if only I was paying attention and put the right thing in the right place. Moose, you missed the fun. I'll have to show you in a minute. This is the same place you guys are building. Right there's the cave from the other day. That's our spaghetti. I'm trying to get one of these buildings up to build a few parts to make things easier for me to build more power. And I need not those. I need... Yeah, that's... No, that's ingots. I need these. You guys are very close to being able to fly. I believe the next thing you unlock will allow you to do that. Okay, this one is not overclocked because I'm sure that would put us over budget. Good morning or evening, Diana. And then I need to grab, I need to turn this machine off. It is, good. I need these little things. Ooh, more of them than I thought there were. Even better. Ha, how many do I get? How many do I get? Oh, sweet. Ha ha. Even better. Spoiler warning, Moose and Diana, or not Diana, sorry, Moose and Coffee. Spoiler warning. Upcoming options for you. Well, this is end game. We're literally, we have, as of this morning, I completed all of the bits for phase 5 except for the parts, which is what all that stuff over there is for. So, yeah, we're at tier 9, phase 5, done all this as of this morning. This is end game. Oh, for Moose, here's our spaghetti. Most of this is my friend's job, or work, or whatever you want to call it. I added a few pieces here and there. Yeah, the machines get bigger as you get farther in the game. I think I don't know. Moose, do you guys have the manufacturers yet? I think you do. But that'd be the biggest machine they have yet. Wait, I don't need to go back over there, I don't think. Can I build these now? Ah, ha, ha, ha. Okay. I have never used these. I don't know how these work. We're gonna find out. Alright, copy. I will probably be doing this all day. This will probably be an all-day stream except for a couple food breaks. Oh, yeah, copy, before you go. Doggone it. Star Trek reference. Little creatures that keep multiplying. I can't think of it for the life of me, but they seem to have gotten out of control here. Oh, and I lost power. There we go. Tribbles. Yeah, that's it. Tribbles got out of control up here. Alright, Coffee, we'll catch you after your stream. I might even put it on my other screen here. Let's see. I need to find a place to build this, I guess, if I don't run into all the stupid things running around here. So let's see how these things work. I'm going to put a foundation down to put this on. Nope, we want a full foundation. Set it here beside these. And see how big this stupid thing is. Oh yeah, let's set it back one. And then we'll put a ramp here. Not the light, we want a ramp. Oh, this is good. This wants something fed with something.
Perhaps now your progress won't be as slow. To ensure no further delays happen, I will give you some tips. A functional portal is two-way and requires one main and one satellite portal, each only connecting to the other. Establishing a portal connection will require input of singularity cells, vast amounts of power, and some patience. Before you continue, you could still change the placement of that one. It seems suboptimal.
Yeah, bite me, Ada. Singularity cell. I don't think we have those being made yet, which means I can't do this yet. Let's go over see here and see if we have any of those yet. So that'll be interesting because have those being made in one place will have to be me overall playing in game, Diana. Well over 1,500, probably pushing 2,000 by now. In this game, I have no idea. In this particular playthrough, no idea. We've been playing for 2 weeks tomorrow. Let's see, singularity cell, that's oscillator, processor, expansion server. I don't think we're doing singularities yet. Nope, that's all the fixate. Nope, so no portals for us today. I was hoping to play with those. Diana, I got the game last October, just before version 1.0 was released, the first full release. Played 120 hours my first week, and haven't stopped since. So I can't feed that, so I can't do anything with it, so back up north, go up the old-fashioned way, and start building power. Then we can get all that equipment actually running. So that there is our main iron that we just passed. Up behind here is primary coal power in the same place that the Moose built. So we can actually see on the map here, there's coal power there. Here's main spaghetti. This is main spaghetti. There's the fancy machines. This is where I built my Fixmas over here. This is initial iron and initial copper. There's the iron that we just passed. Now we're coming up on, let's see, that's fancy concrete. That's where I'm getting, so I'm able to build all of my foundations. This is copper stuff there. This is gas coming down from the highlands. But when I slowed down because I turned around. And I believe Moose has started building up here, building power and oil stuff up here. There's my initial oil setup, although it's been expanded and built upon. There is all of our current, or our main current power generation is over there. That's all of our oil power currently. So that's main base. This is the concrete and copper stuff as we went by it. This is coal built in the same place Moose did. This is our current oil production. That's all of our current power along with the coal. I am about to go all the way up here and start building across up here off of oil that's spread across all of this up here. But we're looking at making that build over there look ridiculously tiny. We are talking thousands of machines according to my spreadsheet. I'm reluctant to, well, I built the spreadsheet so I know the numbers are right, so I'm looking at far more machines than I want to build or wire together. But we need the power, and this is how you do it. Alright, I need travel toy. turned a bit too sharp there. A little bit of scenery there. My partner has been up here dropping miners on things she's found. And well, I could go that way or I can go this way. This way both go out to the same place ultimately. This is my favorite place to build my initial oil, is up here. But not where we started this time. So this is where I've been doing I started doing my planning. There's our first oil node there and over there. That's what we're going to start with. So this is where I'm starting to do my numbers. Oh, the whole map is beautiful, but yes, this is a very scenic area, lots of high areas, low areas. You go over here, one of these power nodes here. We can go up high. So there's the desert we just came across. I'm going to be building out here over the water. There's the node we were just at. Looking out over here, you can see the highlands, a gorge as most people call it, more highlands. I mean, there are official names for the areas. I don't know what's what really, for the most part. But the map is really, it's worth just going into the fly cheat mode and just flying around and enjoying the scenery. It really is. The devs did a beautiful job on the scenery. Alright, so numbers. So what we're looking at for numbers is I need... Oh, where's my spreadsheet? According to my spreadsheet, I need, and this is just for this node, and there's one down where that power pole is right there. Just for combining these three nodes, which are, this is a impure, and that one down there is a normal, which together make up the equivalent of a single pure. Just for those nodes, I need 20 of these machines here, 32 of these machines, and then wait a minute. dun 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 dun. 32 of those. Okay, and then this is done back in the refinery. Oh, that's nice to be. That's nice. So then I need another 250 of these in addition to the previous. So 20 of those, 32 of those, another 250 of these, and then the fun comes up. Oh, wait a minute. I need to adjust my spreadsheet. Holy crap. Oh, good God. Okay, then. Those numbers can't be right. Well, I should only have to build one of these sets. Oh, good God. Okay then. So the amount and type of fuel that will come out of those 250 of these will feed 1,200 of these. To make, now we are running currently on, I believe, 32 gigawatts, 34 gigawatts of power. Off of these three nodes, totaling one pure oil node, the equivalent of, will give me 300 gigawatts of power. There are 5 pure nodes, or the equivalent of 5 pure nodes up here. I think we may have sufficient power for at least a couple of machines. But I've got a lot of machines to build. And again, the numbers I just gave are just for one out of the 5 that are up here. Alright, got myself lost. Where am I? Over here. Oh, and I don't have these chained out there, so I need to do some power lines so I can fly back out to the build area. Because that's how I'm flying, is using power from power lines. So I can only fly where there's power. I put a power pole up there. Okay, so this is where I'm going to start the build, is there. And I've got it raised up so I'll have a little room underneath for pipes and stuff. Sounds like I'm going to need it. Oh, holy crap. I'm going to need all of this space. I was just going to build across here. And I do believe I'm going to build this first set this way, because I'm going to need all the space. Good heavens. Okay, well, I'm going to need that concrete factory, that's for sure. Zoop mode. I think we're going to need to build we'll start with 20 over there. I think I'll probably expand that. that's what happens when you get too far from the power poles. Uh-oh. Doggone it. Autosave. Alright, power line. George? Go away. Don't care where you go. Just go away. One, two, three, four, five. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That can't be right. Because I puts 10 out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, I know why. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nope, still wrong. Because I did 10 this way and then another 10 this way. Am I counting wrong? Or did one of mine not do a full 10? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I must not have laid a full 10 at one point for one of my 2 stretches. Just like I didn't do a full 10 there. That's what happens when you're in a hurry. And I'm going to lose power. Don't want to get too far away from my power bars over here. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. I need one more. Well, 5 more actually. Because I need 20 refineries to start with, and each set of 4 will take 5 foundations. Oh crap. The more I do here, the more I realize how much supporting infrastructure I'm going to need. Oh, this is going to be absolutely bananas. No, as I said earlier in Discord, this is going to be monkeys. Okay, so we want to do 4 refineries. Placed in the right place. Ooh, this is going to go terribly wrong. I placed that in the right place the first time. This is going to go terribly wrong. Anyone who's watched my streams previously knows that I don't put things in the right place the first time. It just doesn't happen. Okay, are they all in a straight line? That's terrifying. Okay. Well, some of them get highlighted in red. A bug. So to feed all of these, set the recipe for these, which will be heavy oil residue. And we are going to sloop everything. And I need to change all of the pipe and connect these. Not like that. Not like that. Okay. Now I gotta figure out, I'm gonna have to kill this. And let's run power a little cleaner up here instead of there. And I need to find a clean way to bring power down here. Or not power, I need to bring that pipeline down here. I don't think clean exists. So we're just going to what we're going to do. Something like that. And then come out along. Ground. Invalid pipe shape. Dude, what did I tell you? Go away. It won't let me do curve. Ow. Will let me do that. Need to go that direction, so somewhere in here, something like that. Okay, we can work with that. Now will it let me do curve? There we go. So now I'm going up to where are we headed? So we're going up into there somewhere or other. So down along this beach. And where a lot of people would take and just clear the terrain. I prefer to work around it. To each their own. one of the things I like about games like this. Everybody can play it their own way. If you don't like somebody's play style, don't play with them. The individual that I'm playing with on this map has been a friend of mine for 20 plus years. We met while helping out after Hurricane Katrina in fall of 05, and we've been friends ever since. We have our disagreements. We definitely don't think alike. But we both know this, we both understand how to deal with such things. See right here, this right here, figuring out how to route things like this is one of my favorite parts of this kind of game. What I call the actual logistics. The other thing I like a lot about such games is the taking that nest of spaghetti where the start base is, that is pretty much standard, and rebuilding it, sorting it out, rebuilding it, and ideally without breaking anything in the process, i.e. keeping things moving as you do so. Okay, so we have our pipeline up here. We have the 2 nodes up there, but we also have a node over here. So I need to put a oil extractor over here. And in this case, no, we'll work around it. Well, let's see. Nope. I need power from the bottom there to this. Actually, I probably shouldn't power it yet. So let's not do that. Pipeline through the trees coming over here. Like that. Put a junction right there on the pipeline. Connect to it nice and clean like that. Let's put a valve here, so that it's not going to, but let's do it anyways. So that doesn't flow back. It's not going to go uphill anyways, but Take these machines down. Repoint these oils. Machines. Oil extractor. We want this one going. Where's our pipeline? We want this one going. Like that. And we want this one pointing this way. Need this to go. I don't think it'll reach over there, no. That'll do. And then need a junction. Doesn't really matter. That. Now, together, these three units, these three wells, will completely fill this pipe. This full pipe is 600. Oops. $150 out of that one. $150 out of that one. Those two are impure nodes. This is a normal node, so we'll get 300 out of this one. And that together is 600, which is the capacity of one of these pipes. And the fact that all of those are either level with or above our power plants down here. Might as well grab this while I'm sitting here. Why did I run out of power when the power pole is right here? Because that one's not connected to anything. George, what did you do? I blame George. Okay, so that brings oil down. Our 2 upper oil nodes should be sufficient to give us all the pressure we need to come up this. I don't have them turned on yet, but that'll come later. We'll build everything first. So each of these, you need to copy this recipe, is going to eat 30 per minute. 20 of these will eat that 600. And people are going to say, well, you can take and put shards in here and use less machines. True. Also takes more power. It kind of defeats the purpose of what I'm trying to do. Make power. So, can you do that? Absolutely. It's one of those things where there's, and again, one of the reasons I like how they did this game and other games like it, it is balanced well. Yes, you can do things like that. There's good and there's bad. It's how do you want to do it, how works best for your situation and your way of thinking. In this case, I'm going to take advantage of the sloops, but not advantage of the clock speed. I will build more machines instead. Use less power overall. Okay, copy the recipe down the line. And make sure I'm still copying the correct recipe at the end of the line. Now, something I need to keep in mind and be very careful of is I'm not just outputting the heavy oil, which we want. I'm also outputting this, which a number of things can be done with. I'm just going to be dumping it into the sink for the time being. Let's see, so 40 per minute times 20 is 800 per minute, which means I'm going to need 2 belts to get rid of all that. So that means I'm going to need a 3x3 spot on either end to put sinks. I think I only need a 2x2 actually, but what are the odds that that will line up? Look at that. Lines up perfectly. Now I'm truly terrified. Absolutely, truly terrified, and I'm not kidding. Because things just don't line up like that for me. Going to upgrade that to a 5. Now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then I need to go the other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And we'll put a block down here. Another sink. things that line up like that make you wonder just how much planning the devs did when they figured out the models for things. Sometimes you think, well, they couldn't have planned that out. That'd be presetting things too much for the players. And other times you think they had to have planned that out for it to work that nicely. All right, 1, 2, 3. Well, I just got to look at which direction things are pointing here. There's our gap. So I can't put a belt across there. They're going different directions. Now this resin, I think is what it's called. I'm just dumping it. It can be used to make plastic, rubber, and I think other things. At this point, I don't need it. I have plenty. So rather than doing yet another build for it, I'm just dumping it. It'll be readily available if I need it later. I'm doing the same thing over at the other power plant. I'm just dumping it. If you were paying attention, you saw some building structure at one corner of the big mass of power stuff, the big block. Over here. Up until yesterday, in fact, we've been running off of plastic that's being made here where my very first mini oil factory is. We've been running off of that plastic, and we finally ran it dry day before yesterday. So I started using the resin coming off of this power line here, and we have the shipping ports up here. So we finally outgrew my initial plastic factory. And as you can see down there, I've got plenty of room to add more plastic or rubber, whatever we need on there, long before having to expand and use any of this up here. So we're just going to dump this. But now, I need to expand my power network. Now we're going to expand power network. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And that's what I mean by never putting anything in the right place. Because these stupid hovercraft thingies always want to wait until the last minute to move that last tiny little bit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And make you put something in the wrong place. Or at least not the place you wanted. And it, after a while, becomes extremely annoying. Okay, so there's our 20 initial machines. Now, I need, where's my spreadsheet? So those are making, let's do it here. So these are making 80 per minute oil each. So that's 1,600 total. The next tier of things that I will be making are these. We'll put it out here out of the way for a minute. And for this, we're going to be doing this recipe, which takes 50 per minute and makes, or 50 per minute oil, 100 per minute water, which is why the platform here is elevated, and will make 100 fuel. This is many times better than the normal recipe. This is one of the alternate recipes. But we're looking at, we're taking, so this here is making the heavy oil residue at 80 per minute, totaling 1600 out of the 20 machines. This will take 50 a minute. So to process that at 50 per minute, and we're going to use those but not any overclocking, we need 32 of these machines. And I am not sure how that's going to work spacing wise. These, I think, take 2.5 foundations, 2 1/4 foundations. So, for every 4 machines, I use 11 foundations. No. Stretched. 4 machines, we use 9 foundations. I've got, what is this? 20, hubba. We've got 20 machines. That's 25 foundations wide. Four of these uses 9. 8 of these uses 18. So I can put basically 10 of these across there. Unless if my math is right, exactly 10 across there. So we need 3 rows and change of these. Okay. And we have a I'll have to look. I can either do it 1 water machine per 2 of these, or, well, I can do 1 water machine per 1, 2, or I think 3 of these. The recipe wants 100 water for each of these machines. The water pumps will do up to 300 if I overclock them. I think I will overclock the water machines. How close do I want to set this? See this, how many blocks does this use this direction? This uses exactly 2 blocks that direction. So we're going to set it right there. And then we're going to go this. Now this needs, okay, so we need one pipeline that will be up top. Here. Yawn. Excuse me. And I'm going to need to, I guess I'm going to, while I'm thinking about it, upgrade all of these and connect all of these. So the what do you call it? The template, anyways, that I used to build these. It has the basic pipelines intentionally because to allow them to be built before one has the upgraded pipes. I can always go through and upgrade the pipes after the fact like I just did. If I used blueprints a lot, I'd consider making 2 different sets of blueprints. One that had the basic pipes and one with the advanced pipes. But I don't use that many blueprints yet. And I just realized I need to make sure I have my monitor my chat here. Let's put my spreadsheet over on the other screen so I can keep an eye on my chat. Okay, so let's see if my math is right and see if I can put 20 of these or 10 of these across here. One, two, three. 4. 5. 10 of these at 2 1/4. One, two, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's number 6. 7. I'm going to fit more than 10. 8, 9, 10. Should have enough for one more. And change. 11. That'll be nice. I can fit that in 3 rows. Also means I want to move some of these down a row. Actually, it's not going to make any difference because I'm going to need more than one pipeline that comes down between them. So if I take 6,400, divide it by 3 rows. Each row is still getting 2,000. Pipe only fits 600, that means I'm going to need at least 4 sections. So putting a gap in here in any one place isn't going to matter. I'm going to have to run pipes down that gap between machines there instead of this gap like that. We'll just leave that on the end. But now I need to do this again. We will leave, I want to make it as compact as I can. That's enough for 2 pipelines, and that's all that there's going to be here. Although I do need, let's go down here and figure out how to do one of them, then we can copy it. But let's make one work first. I don't need any belts, so I don't need to worry about those, fortunately. We're just doing fluids, the heavy oil and the water. The water will be underneath, of course. So I need a floor hole, but that floor hole needs to be, if I remember right, I can't get that pipe to that floor hole if I put it there. I believe that floor hole needs to be there, minimum. Well, Auto will let it work there. Noodle will let it work there. Oh really? Horizontal to vertical does work there. So I can keep that in line with the other pipeline. But that's a problem because, and that's why we're doing this now, so anyone who's done all this before is laughing at me and saying you need more space. So this is what our pipeline will look like all the way down. Here on the end, there's no problem. I can do that, no big deal. However, I also need to do that for this machine here. So let's throw that pipeline hole in there, that floor hole in there. I need to put that in there for that hole, for every machine. Now, the game doesn't give a crap. The game will accept that and do what it needs to do as it needs to. No problem. However, you and me consider that a problem. It doesn't look right, and it can create confusion as to what's connected to what. So, probably best to avoid doing that. So let's instead see if I have enough room. If I move these out there, so let's see if we have enough room for this to be at least tolerable. Oh, come on. It still clips, but I'm going to accept it because I don't feel like moving everything. As usual, when I get in the middle of things, somebody else wants my attention. And unfortunately, there are some people I can ignore and some people I can't. Give me one moment, guys. Do. Basically, tell them, sorry, I'm doing something more important. Okay, that is bugging me, but not enough to make me want to move everything, even though I probably should. Okay, so we haven't figured out how we're going to do it. Floor holes are going there, okay. And we're doing them on the first hole. For each machine. Okay, and then we're doing these on the second hole. And then we put pipes on everything. And make sure we get the right pipe to the right things. Actually, what I need to do let's see. This is oil. And then this is heavy oil. And I guess these will be. And somebody's yelling at me, you can put a filter on that so you don't have to be so careful not to paint the concrete. Yes, I can, but I can only filter for either the pipes or the junctions and not both. And only one type of pipe and not both. Because I got Mark 1 and Mark 2 pipes here, both. Nope, that one's wrong.